You're in the market for a classic car under $15,000. I have the perfect video for you. Keep on watching and I'm going to show you some amazing vehicles that you can get for $15,000 or less. I found these on the evening of October 6th, so keep that in mind when you're looking at these cars. And without further ado, let's get into the first car. This is a nice little Z for $2,000. I think it's going to obviously be a huge project. So this 1974 Datsun is an automatic. They're saying it's the complete car. It's a good restoration project for sure. They say it's rust-free and has a clean title. It's registered, not running. It's a clean project, and they said that they're firm on the price. I'll be including links for all these cars below in the description, so just check that for more info. If you like this content and are interested in more classic cars for sale, I'm planning to publish this on Mondays, so going forward you'll be able to check out the newest classic cars for sale, such as this Thunderbird. So this next car is a 1963 Ford Thunderbird. It's a V8 390. This car has an automatic transmission, power steering, power brakes. It was running before he began the restoration, but it has been sitting for 15 years. So even though the bodywork is done and he says it's as straight as an arrow, he does say that he has all the chrome pieces to finish the job, and he's asking for $2,500 or best offer, cash only, on this 1963 Ford Thunderbird. He does say that the odometer has 132,350 miles on it. The title status is clean, but he does say that the odometer is broken on this car, so it's a good guess as to what the actual mileage is on this car. But you can check out more on this Thunderbird down below in the links. If you're interested in purchasing a pickup truck, this next truck might be the right one for you. This is a 1974 Ford F-250 Ranger. It's the XLT Camper Special. It says it has a clean title, and they're only asking for $4,500 for this truck. Now, this was apparently this person's grandfather's truck. You're going to need to bring a trailer or get it running in order to move this truck. But the 250, that's the heavier duty suspension. So if you're looking for like a work truck that, just needs some TLC, this really looks like a good one for you. The odometer is broken, so they're estimating it has about 100,000 miles, and it's an automatic transmission. This next truck is a Resto Mod. It's a second owner, 8.5-foot bed GMC. It came with AC, power steering, power braking, an extra long bed on a 1-ton frame. It came with a special and very rare close ratio 4-speed transmission with short throws and slick shifting. Does not have the clunky and slow regular 4-speed that's always found on these. It's a Resto Mod because the person recently put in a new crate engine from GM Performance and a new high quality clutch. It's a crate 350 5.7 liter engine with about 3,000 miles on it. There's a heavy duty suspension and new brakes. It has 3 gas tanks. 2 are currently hooked up. Factory tachometer, mostly original patina. The owner is only asking for $6,500 for this truck, which I think sounds like a pretty good deal and worth checking out. Next, we have a 1973 Lincoln Continental Mark IV with a clean title. It's the original owner. Actual miles are 99,000. It has an automatic transmission, a 464 big block engine with a V8. It runs and drives great according to the owner. It has power windows, AC, power steering. It's smog exempt because it's pre-1975. It is clean inside and out, has collector plates, current registration, and they're asking for $8,200 or best offer. I think that this car might be one of the best values of the cars that we're talking about today because it looks like it's fully functional and it's an original owner. So that's really nice and can be hard to find in this day and age. Next car looks like a lot of fun. It's a 1971 Toyota Landcruiser FJ40. They're asking for $9,800 for it. It's a 3-speed on the column. They say that it runs and drives well. Of course, it's a 4x4. They're saying there's a clean title. It has front differential lockers, an inline 6. The registration is up to date. Body is really straight. Tires are great. New carburetor, new distributor, new spark plugs. Has 122,000 original miles. They say it's as original as it gets. Never has been in any accidents. Always been maintained all of its life and has been in California all of its life. So check out this Landcruiser. I'll include the link below. Now, something tells me that this Ford Pinto owner is very meticulous. Now, I scrolled down the description and I just kept scrolling because there is so much in this description. I'm not going to be able to read all of it to you guys because that would probably be half of this video. But if you are wondering if this guy's been keeping records, he definitely has. So this Ford Pinto wagon is in great shape. He bought this Pinto wagon back in November 2017 in LA. It's a California car produced in San Jose. There was bodywork and new paint done in March of 2018, and you can read more about that if in the details. There's a video for you to watch and everything. And there's been a lot of parts and labor performed during his 5 years of ownership. He's looking for a buyer who appreciates and acknowledges the parts and labor put into this classic car during his ownership. It's passed California smog, and he's saying it's not an accident. He's incurred the costs necessary to keep the car running legally in California. He would consider an out-of-state buyer. However, you'd have to visit California and pay for the car in person before you take it. Current mileage is 70,600. The owner is asking for $10,000 for this. This next car is a 1963 Dodge Dart. It's a 6-cylinder rear-wheel drive car. The odometer says 59,711 miles. The owner says that this car is an original Southern California car. It was bought, and I like how they said this, lived in Santa Barbara all of its life. It has original paint and matching numbers on the car. All of the service records dating back to 1964, the owner has all of those, as well as the original MSRP, 2 sets of keys. He says this is truly a time capsule, has new tires and pretty much everything else. All service records are in hand for this car. It has 59,711 miles. So you can get this great Dodge Dart for $10,500. Here's another car that I think is a really good value. This is a beautiful 1930 Ford Model A 5-window coupe with a rumble seat. It's all original, all metal body parts, a 6-volt system, and mechanical brakes. It was professionally restored about 20 years ago, and it has been parked since then. It has always been inside the garage, never exposed to the elements. It is currently not running, and the lucky buyer will have to tow it out of this person's garage. The wheels can hold air, and it can be rolled out on its wheels. It is registered in California as historic vehicle and non-op. Make a reasonable offer and get this beauty back on the road. He did have it on Craigslist for 11 grand, but this is a really good value because I saw some of these recently for sale, and they're going for easily 4 to 5 times this amount. This 1976 Mercedes Benz 450 SL is in excellent condition. It has 8 cylinders, it's rear-wheel drive, and it has 114,000 miles on the odometer. It's an automatic, and best of all, it's a convertible. So the owner is asking for $12,000 or best offer. There's a clean exterior and interior. No major or minor body damage. There is a hard top in excellent condition and hard top storage stand and cover. The convertible soft top is in excellent condition. The engine runs well. There are new spark plugs, fuel pump, fuel filter, and fuel lines. It recently rebuilt oil regulator and fuel distributor. The vehicle was just smog checked, has the original radio, and the power antenna is working. Clean title, pink in hand, and also new engine oil and filter, transmission fluid and filter, radiator flushed, and new coolant added for this car. So this next truck also seems like a good value. This is a 1953 Ford F-250 3/4 ton pickup truck. It's been upgraded with a V8 and automatic transmission. This truck has a vintage Ford 390 V8 engine. There's a custom heavy-duty steel diamond plate bed, upgraded cooling system, upgraded exterior LED lighting, including the headlights, running lights, and rear lights, upgraded 8-lug 17-inch black alloy wheels, a heavy-duty steel front bumper, recent exhaust, dual exterior mirrors, on-seat center console, armrest, seat belts, which are very important, a richer sound stereo with electronic device input, floor mats, extra parts, and much more. Usually for vintage trucks, I prefer the wood bed over the steel, but I think that the steel might be a little bit better and handle and hold up better to being used as a truck. Next we have a Citroen 2CV. You really don't see too many of these Citroens here in the US. This one has been restored. It's in excellent condition according to the owner. There are 43,000 miles on the odometer. It has a clean title status. It's a manual transmission, and it's a fun little convertible. So Citroen released the 2CV in 1948 as an alternative to the motorcycles that dotted the French countryside at the time. The 2CV transcended its status as a simple form of transportation over the next 42 years and became one of the European car industry's icons. Go ahead and check this out, but make sure that you send a phone number because otherwise you're going to be ignored according to this owner. Another car that you don't see very often is the 1968 VW Squareback. According to this owner, it runs great. It has a sunroof. It has new dual MP carburetors, a new fuel pump, a new electronic distributor, a new carpet. This VW has a clean title. Unfortunately, the odometer is broken. They're estimating about 200,000 miles on this car. It's a manual transmission and it is in good condition. So check out this car if you like the VW wagons. I think they're pretty cool, and I love that this one actually comes with a sunroof. Pretty cool. This 1979 Volkswagen Bus Transporter is a full camper. It's the Model Adventurer. It has a fiberglass top, the original drivetrain, Type 4 2.0 liter engine, a manual 4-speed transmission. It's fully self-contained with a stove, a fridge, a sink. The vehicle is running, new batteries, fuel pump lines, plugs, wires, cap. The oil has been changed. They're asking only $9,500, and with 100,000 miles on the odometer, I think that's a pretty good deal for this 1979 Volkswagen. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see last week's episode, click here.